What's going on, America? This is Kevin in Kevin's Corner. We all know the woman with the most shrilling, annoying voice in all of commentation, okay? The woman who, every time she talks, it's like somebody sprays me in the middle of my spine with freezing ice cold water from Alaska, okay? Right in my spine when I'm not even ready for it, like I'm knocked out sleeping and I'm in a REM sleep and my eyes are going back and forth, the rapid eye movement, and you come in with the hose and go, and I go, oh. That is how bad her voice drives me nuts. And I bet right now you're probably guessing who it is, okay? You know what? Donald Trump, he's a man baby. Let me tell you something. Donald Trump, he's no good. Let me tell you something about Donald Trump. He's a man. That woman, Anna fake Republican Navarro, put her foot right in her mouth. Now, see, this once again goes back to the hypocrisy of the left. It is almost like they just suffer from amnesia, or they conveniently forget about all the stuff that they either agreed to earlier, and now all of a sudden, because it's coming from a Republican or from Donald Trump, you have to roll back. You have to act like I had never agreed to that. That's crazy. I would never even do something like that. But since it's Donald Trump, of course, they got to roll it back. But see, what they do is they're so impulsive and so quick to jump at any opportunity to make the president look bad and do a little grandstanding, get a little 5 or 10 second clip. You know, some clickbait people look at the headline, Anna Navarro goes off on Trump over animal comment, and people, oh, let me check that out. And all you see is her talking about how Donald Trump is in bad company, okay? Bad company. And she said, now, these are the drastic comparisons, okay? She said the Nazis referred to the Jews as rats. You see where she's going with this? Then she says that the slave masters dehumanized the slaves. Now, you have to understand the psychology behind when people do this. Okay, I'm sorry, my shirt is low. I don't want to show off too much of my man chest. Okay, now, the psychology behind all of this is simple. Before you can implement some type of physical abuse upon a group of people, psychologically, you have to convince the people around or that are doing it that these are not really people. It's kind of like, they're sub people, okay? Let me give you an example. The reason normal people don't get upset when we eat cows, chicken, stuff like that. One, we don't have to watch it being prepared. The food just magically shows up in the store, and you grab it and you go home and you see it already, you know, from the store to your house, you cook it up. You know, you're not in there killing the cows and stuff like that. Now, if you owned a cow or you owned a pet and you didn't see that thing as just food, it would be a lot harder to kill that animal. But we've been conditioned that certain animals are made for food. So we don't, normal people, don't have a fit when somebody throws a steak on your plate. You know, oh my God, how could you do that to the poor cow? Well, we've learned through time that cows are kind of like a source of food for us, all right? Well, same thing. For people to be able to run the scientific experiments on the Jews or whip slaves and hang them, you had to convince a portion of society that, well, it's not like us. These aren't real humans, okay? You can do this to them, all right? But listen to the difference in context. Because, see, she's trying to make this comparison, right? Trying to get all the American people who are vulnerable to this type of suggestion to start getting upset. Yeah, he's trying to dehumanize all of the immigrants. See, notice what they do? They never even qualified or put it in context. He's trying to get us to look at all of the immigrants as subhumans, okay? Now, first things first, the Jews did not do anything to deserve this. This was driven and motivated by hatred in a diabolical scheme to eliminate a whole group of people, innocent people, okay? The slaves, against their will, were brought over here, and they were also used to produce food, work, and so on and so forth. And so the slave masters use this as a form of controlling them and also keeping the public from going into this moral outrage over how they were treating the slaves. So they're not like us. They're like animals, you know, they're barbarians. But you take MS-13. These people are not slaves. These people are not being attacked by a group of people based on they're just innocent people that, you know, we just looked at them and said, because they're Honduras or because they're Latino, we gonna get them, we gonna make everybody believe these aren't real humans, and we gonna go ahead, call them animals, we gonna do something real bad to them. That is not the motivation for Donald Trump's comment. Now, here's the crazy part about this, though. She's saying that it was so outrageous for Donald Trump to make that type of statement in comparison. He's in bad company, right? But it's crazy. She forgot like a year ago when they asked, should Donald Trump jump out of the race? She said, yeah, the human race, okay? And then she goes on to say, because he is an animal, and that's an insult to animals. That means she put him below animals. She said animals would be, if I was some type of barracuda, if I was a honey badger, and I heard this comment, and I'm over there doing what honey badgers do, eating my honey, and all of a sudden I hear somebody say, Donald Trump's an animal. I should be like, what? Donald Trump's hey man, nah, man. Hey, look, dude, don't be comparing us to Donald Trump, okay? We animals, we got dignity, we got respect. I don't know what Donald Trump is. I'm offended. So that's what she's saying. She's saying that Donald Trump was below animals, but then have the nerve to get on TV and say that Donald Trump is in bad company, and she compared him to the Nazis and the slave owners back then. You see the rhetoric, you see the crap that they're trying to spew, the images that they're trying to create in the public's eye, but yet they themselves have done the same thing. Such hypocrisy. You know what? If I was Donald Trump, I would be offended by the fact that she gets on there and be like, Donald Trump's a man baby. I'd be like, I'm offended that you would call me a grown man / baby. I ain't no man baby, okay? I'm a grown man, and I'm hurt, and I want some vindication, and I need a safe space because it's wrong for you to call me a baby. First of all babies are offended, okay? All right? And secondly, as a man, I'm offended, and I want some reparation for this. Yeah, but see, they don't think like that because, see, what they have done is successfully convinced many people in our society to this day that it is acceptable to call Donald Trump whatever, attack him on whatever basis, even if there's no justification for it. Anything goes with Donald Trump. Oh, yeah, break the law. Oh, we can circumvent the law, rip up the Constitution. As long as it attacks Donald Trump, it's free game. Oh, yeah, Antifa, go ahead, attack any Trump supporters. It's okay. All of that stuff is free game, long as it applies to anybody who supports Trump or Donald Trump himself, okay? So Anna Navarro is a big, fat hypocrite. She's been exposed. She opened her mouth too soon before her publicist probably said, whoa, wait. We just found back in, oh, you already said it. Darn it. Now we got to try to fix this and spin it and explain it to people why you just attacked Trump for saying that they were animals, but you yourself called him one. Next time, you need to watch out and remember what you said, Anna, before you stick your foot further in your mouth, down your throat so far we see a little shoe sticking out your butt. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. I'm sorry, y'all. It's Sunday. I'm trying to. But when I see stuff like this, it bothers me. So God bless you. If you like this video, hit like, share it. Find me on Twitter. Find me on Facebook. If you want to support Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. God bless you. See you next time. Kevin's Corner.